everybody, it's Carm here, coming to you on a Sunday afternoon, an increasingly overcast Sunday afternoon, so the sun's starting to peek through again a little bit. Just wanted to come on real quick and do a quick response video to Jenny, also known as B-Sides, for a 125 subscribers contest. Congrats again to you, Jenny. I'm sure it's well surpassed that by now. The question or subject of her contest was to name and talk a little bit about some folks that have inspired you to make your own YouTube videos. And I can think of four in particular. I think it started around, it was late February of 2013. I came across a fellow named Derek, who just about everyone knows who's watching, and I know has inspired a lot of other people to do their own videos. I think it was a documentary on, might have been Krautrock or the German space rock scene. After watching that, there was the recommended videos along the side, and his was one of them. I think there were a couple of his, one on his site collection and one on Krautrock. And it was really the first time I had seen anyone show their collection on YouTube. And it's funny, at the time, I was looking at YouTube really like it was television. I had never subscribed to anyone or commented on videos. I simply watched and absorbed them. But right away when I saw his videos, I saw it was someone that, it was so nice finding someone finally whose taste was close to my own. And also I was just captivated by his whole approach, his demeanor, the way he articulated his interest and passion in the music. And I became an avid viewer from then on. And it was quite some time actually before I came across anyone else. You know, I just watched his videos, earlier ones, up-to-date ones. And at some point I came across someone named Shannon, whose username at the time was Lightbreeze55. And I think eventually changed it to Shannon Reviews. And I'm not even sure if she's still on doing videos now. But she's another one who I was just really taken by her whole approach to the videos, her passion and great knowledge, and just the way she articulated her interest in the music. Not similar taste to my own, although it made me want to look further into the artist that she was showing, maybe more along the pop line, pop music. But just a very enjoyable channel, and also as someone who seemed rather shy and retiring, I could relate to that, and thought, well, if she could, she felt she could do these videos, maybe one day I could too. But I was still pretty far away from doing a video at that point. And then I came across a fellow named Colin Medicine Horse, who I know many of you know. I think the first time I saw him, he was wearing like a rainbow-colored wig with oversized sunglasses, and he was showing all kinds of things in addition to records, his vinyl collection. And even behind all the antics and stuff, and the various characters he had, which he still does to this day, I don't know, I felt a certain humanity from him, and a certain, I don't know, a certain kinship. I just felt like I knew him, and felt that he was of like mind and spirit. And so I was just very compelled to watch him a great deal more after that. And then finally, all through all of this, I was always watching Derek. Whoever else I was getting into, Derek was always kind of the central figure that I was, that appealed to me, and I was keeping up with also the music that he was making and the records he was making. He did a video in which another person named Chris Cole was there, who at the time, his username was Astral Traveler 68, later changed to John Coltrane 68, which he currently still has. Found he was a fellow Chicago area person, and his tastes were even closer to mine than Derek's were. And Rob from Boston refers to him as King of the Private Press, which is very apt. And I started watching his channel very avidly, and I found even beyond the music, I felt again more kinship there. And then came the day I was in Half Price Books, which was, this particular location was one I had only been to one other time, and I went looking through the records, then went back to look for some books. Then I thought, well, I'll take one more look at the records before I leave. And there he was. Chris was there. He was on the other side of the record rack. And I saw him and I thought, I gotta say something, I gotta do something. But being that I'm not an extroverted person, I just couldn't, I got cold feet. But as he was heading towards the register to check out, I thought, I have to say something. I have to, how often does this opportunity come up? A person on YouTube, I'm seeing him in person. So I introduced myself and we got to talking, and I felt we became, fast friends, as they say. And within a few minutes, or maybe the first 10 or 15 minutes, he said, you should really make a video based on just, what we were talking about musically. He's like, I think you would, if I could do it, you could do it. And I think about a month later, I finally made the video. To backtrack for a moment, I think the most recent video I'd seen of his before actually meeting him, I think his closing words really, really struck me. He said something to the effect of, in the vinyl community, we may differ, it may differ in taste, but our humanity, our common humanity is pretty much the same, and that really struck me. And that probably planted further seeds, and then, he was, actually talking to him and meeting him was really the boost that I needed. So yeah, those are basically the four people. I could go on for so long about them, how they've influenced and inspired me, but that's basically the crux of it. And so many people, of course, have since further inspired me once I got into all of it, making videos and watching. So yeah, Derek was the initial inspiration and continues to be very much so. Shannon and Colin were further inspiration, and I'd love to see Shannon back making videos. She had a wonderful channel. And Colin, of course, is still on. And Chris was further inspiration, and was kind of that boost gave me that boost over the wall that I needed to really start in with my own videos. And it's become a dear friend, and I'm happy to say we've been able to get together a few times for record shows and stuff, and hopefully again soon. So yeah, thank you to all four of you if you're watching, for that inspiration, and thank you, Jenny, for posing this contest in question, and again, hopefully many more to you. And yeah, that'll about do it for now. I hope we're all well, and till next time, peace, love, and joy.